Alright, so this is a run through of the Ibanez that I'm selling that's listed up on eBay, Reverb, Facebook. I'm just going to run through the specs, and the purpose of the video is really to show you in 3D the plus points and then any of the bits of cosmetic damage that happened to it. So specs are there, but just to make it clear what's happened to this thing. This is a 2014 Ibanez RG Prestige model. It's called the RG752 fixed bridge in Galaxy Black finish. I got it stock. I'm the second owner, and the first owner, to be honest with you, had beaten up the body a little bit, but I thought, let me clean it up and give it some upgrades. So I'll run through the specs, and then any bit that's been upgraded, I'll talk about it and just, indicate the sort of cost that it came at. So starting at the headstock, you can see this entire guitar had Cosmo Black hardware. It came with these exact same Gotoh locking tuners, albeit in Cosmo Black. I put in the gold ones. Again, good cost, like 80 quid's worth of tuner right here. Same tuners, but these are in gold and they are brand new. They work perfectly. It's the Magnum Lock tuners, so with the wheel on the back. Then coming up here, the truss rod cover is still in my possession. I've just uninstalled it for the sake of easier foam installation here to dampen the strings. I can put the truss rod adjustment back, or adjustment cover back very easily. Nut is Graphtec XL, very nice. Neck is the typical Ibanez Prestige 5-piece maple and Wenge, I believe. Yeah, I believe this is Wenge, maple and Wenge neck. And a rosewood fretboard. 24 frets, typical Ibanez RG, just normal nickel frets, which were common back then. Then, getting down to the business end, body has had the Dunlop dual design strap pins installed, again in gold. And the biggest upgrade, switch is stock, 5-way switch. Biggest upgrade are the pickups. So they are Bareknuckle. I bought both of these pickups second hand, but I sent them to Bareknuckle's headquarters over in southwest England for upgrades done at Bareknuckle's HQ by their techs. So done to a really, really high standard, of course, right? What we have in the bridge is the Warpig with the ceramic magnet and the Aftermath in the neck, which by default comes with an Eco 5 magnet. Both pickups have the gold Hex Bolts and black covers. The body was routed professionally at a local luthier to fit the more squared off pickup roots, and they are direct mounted. So amazing pickup set. If you know anything about Bareknuckle pickups, any of their high gain or high output pickups are phenomenal for not just various styles of metal, but when you combine that with the 5-way switch, which I'll just go through it, is full bridge. I believe it's the inner coils of the two humbuckers, so a nice split stratty kind of sound, probably more of a Telecaster sound. Middle position is both humbuckers on full. This fourth position is actually the neck humbucker connected in parallel, which is amazing because it's still humbucking, but it drops the output ever so slightly, so you can get this really nice kind of jazzy tone. And then the position 5 is the full-on neck humbucker. Second major upgrade, this bridge. This is the Hipshot, you can see it, high mass Ibby bridge in gold for a 7-string. Big upgrade, near enough 150 quid on this. And this is a massive, massive improvement to the Gibraltar style bridge that was on here in the Cosmo Black. I say this, lightly, short of an Evertune, which obviously costs loads and is a different thing and keeps your guitar in tune infinitely. This is probably the best fixed bridge on the market, and professional players agree with this. You have Mick from Slipknot, who uses this exact bridge 6-string in his custom ESPs. You've got guys like Merrow and Aaron Marshall that put this on their signature Schecter 7-strings. Stock, a lot more builders that were preferring the standard Hipshot bridge, which is a bit thinner than this, have now moved to this high mass version as the bridge of choice. And I can say this, it's rock solid, it feels better under the palm. These springs don't ring as much as the traditional Hipshot bridge, and the higher mass just means more kind of sound transfer and sustain. Just fact, it's a big old hunk of metal, properly milled, made in the US, fantastic. Just to round out, gold Gotoh single volume knob down here, which has been moved, and the original volume hole's been plugged. If you really want, I can throw in the tone control and you can wire it up to whatever you want. Gold output jack, barrel output jack, and that's it as far as the specs are concerned. Of course, body is standard Ibanez RG. Basewoods are actually very light for a 7-string. This actually weighs less than a lot of 6 strings that I have in mahogany, which is great. Now for like the bad. I'm just going to flick here so you can see any damages. Lower horn, a little bit of paint chip. The back has had a belt buckle kind of like intrusion here. It's just sort of like a puncture. Don't know if it picks it up. A few surface scratches, and then on this bottom edge you can see here near the strap pin just a little bit of light chipping. The front actually is very clean. There's really nothing of note. A bit of wear around, and if you can see that, the kind of, there it is. Where the volume pot was, it obviously sunk, and the previous owner had like turned it, and it's kind of gone into the paint. You can buff that out very easily. All in, I'm asking £900 for this. If you factor in the cost of the tuners, 80 quid, this big old Hipshot high mass bridge at 150, and the pickups, which, you know, when if bought new, would be setting you back 150 per pickup, so easily £300 now from Bareknuckle. Their prices have gone up, and even on the used market, you wouldn't get this set for anything less than 220. No way. This is a lot of desirable stuff, and of course the overall look is really special. It's like a Ibanez version of a Gibson Les Paul Black Beauty, right? Black and gold, super classy, doesn't go out of style. The only reason I'm selling it, guys, is that I have fallen out of love with 7 strings. I think I've got stubby little fingers, really and truly, and my hands just feel more comfortable on typically Ibanez 6 strings, and that is the only reason. I couldn't recommend this guitar enough for anyone wanting a 7 string as a backup or a nice stage guitar, or even as a first time convert from 6 into 7 string world. You'd be happy to play this. It's in the ad, but it's tuned at the moment in drop A, so the top string is the low A, and then 6 through 1 are standard E tuning. So A, E, A, D, G, B, E. Lowest, so thickest string, to highest, thinnest string. Just show you there so you can see it. This is Diodario strings running 10 through 52 for the E to E, 1st till 6th, and then the low A is a 68 gauge Diodario string. So strings are pretty fresh, and look, if someone wants this and wants it tuned to say B, standard tuning, I'll happily throw in a set of Diodario 10 to 59s, which sit a lot better in standard tuning than this set. That's it. I'm only shipping this to locations in the UK or the European Union. Buyer pays shipping, and if you're near enough London, you might as well just come and collect it. That's the end of that. Only message me if you're serious. I'm open to offers, but don't get ridiculous with it. This is a lot of money, a lot of guitar, even for £900. Happy shopping, and hopefully we'll get this thing shipped off to a 7-string virtuoso or rhythm guitar player, or someone that can make use of an amazing looking Ibanez 7-string. Thanks.